नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रतारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी शाश्वत देशतारिणी। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, 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 राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय राधा गिरधारी राधे, जय राधा गिरधारी राधे, जय राधा गिरधारी राधे, जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे, जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे, जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे, जय राधा रस बिहारी राधे, जय राधा रस बिहारी राधे, जय राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे, जय राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे, जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे, जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे, जय राधा बाके बिहारी राधे, जय राधा बाके बिहारी राधे, जय राधा माधव राधे, जय राधा माधव राधे, जय राधा राधा माधव राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी, नयन पथगामी भव तुम। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी, नयन पथगामी भव तुम। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। बोलो हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारी। यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavatim Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtu. Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we are in chapter number 14, verse number 22. So we'll recite the verses, then discuss each verse, followed by Mangalacharan. Chapter number 14, verse number 21. Arjuna uvacha Kairalinga satrinagunan etan Atito bhavati prabhu Kim acharah katham chaitams Trinagunan ativartate. Arjuna inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior and how does he transcend the modes of nature? Verse number 22 to 25. Sri Bhagavana Uvacha Prakasam cha pravittim cha Moham eva cha pandava Na dvesti sampravittani Na nivrittani kanchati Udasina vadasino Gunairyo na vichalyate Gunavartanta ittevam Yovatishthate nengate Samadukha sukha swastha Samlostasma kanchana Tulya priya priyo dhiras Tulya nindatma samstuti Manapamanayo tulyas Tulyo mitrari pakshayo Sarvarambha parityagi Gunatitah sauchyate. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eyes, who is equal towards the desirable and the undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. Verse number 26. Mamachayo vyabhicharin bhakti yogena sevate sangunan samtitayetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Verse number 27. Brahmano hi patishthaham amritastasya avyayasya cha Saswatasya dharmasya sukhaisya ekantikasya cha. And I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, is the constitutional position of ultimate happiness. Verse number 20. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Ye Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatari He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhevasya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome once again in Bhagavad Gita class. So we are in chapter number 14, verse number 22. We will see first what we have seen in verse number 21. Arjuna Uvacha Kairalingesu Tringunan Etan Atito Bhavati Prabhu Kim Acharah Katham Chaitam Tinagunan Anivartate Ativartate. Arjuna inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior and how does he transcend the modes of nature? So Arjuna asked three questions to Lord Krishna. So Arjuna's questions are, what are the symptoms of one who has transcended the mode? Question number one, who has transcended the modes? Who can transcend the modes? Tell me a few examples. What is his behavior and how does he transcend the modes? What is the process? What are the steps so that even I can follow the same steps and transcend these three modes of material nature? Okay, so whenever some problem occurs, we try to find out solution. And if we find that someone is giving solution, so we'll ask him, oh, please give me some examples. So here, Arjuna has some question and Lord Krishna is giving answer. In fact, Lord Krishna is giving all answers of all the questions asked by Arjuna. So Arjuna is asking these three questions now. So from verse number 20 to 25, we'll see what are the answers given by Lord Krishna. So when someone gives some examples, okay, so it is very, very easy. It becomes very, very easy to understand. So Arjuna is a very practical person. So Arjuna is in the form of Nar and Krishna is in the form of Narayan. So here Nar and Narayan both are present. One is asking question and the other one is giving answers of the questions. Okay, let's see what are the verse number 20 to 25. What are the answers given by Lord Krishna? श्रीभगवान् उवाच प्रकाशं च प्रवृत्तिं च मोहम् एव च पाण्डव न द्वेष्टि सम्प्रवृत्तानि न निव्रतानि काङ्क्षति उदासीनवदासीनो गुणैर्यो न विचाल्यते गुणावर्तन्त इत्येवं योऽवतिष्ठते नेङ्गति समदुःख सुख स्वस्थ समलोष्टास्म काञ्चनः तुल्यप्रिया प्रियो धीरस् तुल्यनिन्दात्म संस्तुतिः मानापमानयोस्तुल्यस् तुल्यो मित्रारिपक्षयोः सर्वारम्भ परित्यागी गुणातीतः स उच्यते. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal towards the desirable and the undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. So here, Lord Krishna is giving answers of all the questions asked by Arjuna. So in this particular verse, Lord Krishna is giving answer of two questions. One is symptoms and other is behavior. So Arjuna is asking, oh Krishna, please tell me, what are the symptoms of transcendence? Then Krishna tells that the one who is in transcendence doesn't differentiate between any kind of enemy and friendship. And he is free from envy and hankering. He doesn't hanker for material object, material things. He doesn't hanker for sense gratification. And he has no envy. Why? Because he has not any desire. So when you have desire, you have expectation. When you have expectation, so expectation is the cause of all kind of material qualities, all kind of material hankering, all kind of problems and distress. And he doesn't have any desire from illumination, attachment, delusion. He is in equal position in illumination, attachment, and delusion. He has no longing for it. He has no desire for it. and he is not hankering behind any kind of happiness. So whether it is happiness or unhappiness, he is equal in both positions. And his body is completely neutral, no reaction in any material attachment, detachment, action, reaction, repulsion. He is in equal position. He is in neutral position. And he always engages in the devotional service. Okay, if he has engaged himself in devotional service, he is able to identify his body from the soul. He knows that body and soul, these two are separate things. Okay, and he doesn't consider himself as a body. He knows that I am a soul, not a body. And he always engages in devotional service. The one who is engaged himself in devotional service has the knowledge of himself. If the one has knowledge of himself, he can distinguish between body and soul. It means he knows Lord Krishna. It means he knows the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It means he knows that the relationship between Lord Krishna and ordinary living entity. And if one is in transcendental position, he doesn't have to obey someone. He lives for Krishna, he acts for Krishna, he sleeps for Krishna. Every activity belongs to Krishna only. And he is equipoised, transcendental and detached. And he knows that if you are acting in this material world, the three modes of material nature are always active. You do any activity in this material world, it belongs to the three modes of material nature only. You are performing good things, belongs to goodness. If you are hankering behind the things, you are in passionate. And if you are not performing anything, you are so lazy, you are sleeping all the time, and you know that what to do and what not to do, then also you are not doing, it means you are in ignorance. How does the soul become aloof? He neither desires to enjoy the body nor desires to go out of the body. Okay, so after some time, soul is also attached to body. Although soul and body are different, but soul gets attached with the body. When body goes off, soul doesn't leave the body easily. Okay, because it has got a habit of enjoying in this particular body. Okay, so now what are the behavior? A soul who has become liberated by cultivating knowledge of the modes of nature is detached from matter and the pushing of the modes. Now we'll see the next question, second question, behavior. What is the behavior? The one who is in transcendental position, the one who is trying to transcend these three modes of material nature. He is steady in all circumstances, whether it is profit or loss, whether it is honor or dishonor, whether it is happiness or distress. Whatever duality is there, he is in steady position. He doesn't care about praise and blame, honor and dishonor, or anything, desirable or undesirable. And he is behaving, his behavior is equal with every living entity. Whether it is earth, stone, gold, accepts whatever is favorable for his duty in Krishna consciousness. So he accepts only if it helps in Krishna consciousness. So the person who is transcending in these three modes of material nature is very, very God, Supreme Lord consciousness. He is already in Krishna consciousness. He doesn't take care about friend and enemy. Takes anyone who helps him in Krishna consciousness as dear friend and not hate so-called enemies. He doesn't hate to enemies because he knows in everybody Lord Krishna as super soul resides. In every living entities, non-living entities, in the heart, Krishna resides as super soul. That's why he is treating every living entities equally. Equally disposed and sees everything on an equal level. Social, political issues do not affect him. Whatever thing happens, he is not affected by that. Because in this three modes of material nature, in this material world, everything happens now and then. And it belongs to three modes of material nature. Its output, its affection, all belongs to the three modes of material nature. And he knows that he has nothing to do with material existence. He knows that what is the spiritual world. He knows that what is the material world. And he knows what is good and what is bad. So whatever is favorable for Krishna consciousness, he accepts and acts accordingly and without any attachment. And he treats every living entity equally. And he doesn't attempt to have something. Whatever God gives, accepts. And he never rejects anything. Whatever comes, it is coming according to the Lord Krishna's desires according. So Lord Krishna is everything. Symptoms and behavior of one who has transcended the modes. So he doesn't hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them which they disappear. So he doesn't wait for anything. He doesn't desire for anything. And who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active. He knows that three modes of material nature are only active. You do whatever activity in this material world, it is going to belong goodness, passion, and ignorance. So these three are material modes of nature: Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. And he treats everyone equally. He shows neutrality in happiness and distress. Whatever happiness is also good and distress is also good. So he treats equally happiness and distress. And he treats every living entity equally. Who looks upon a lump of burr, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye. So what is desirable and undesirable, he treats equally. And he always steady in every circumstance. Praise, blame, honor, dishonor. Whatever comes, it is God's, according to God's accord. It is my accord according to the Lord Krishna. A devotee of Krishna always treats everyone equally, whether friend or enemy. And the one who is trying to transcend the three modes of material nature, he has renounced everything. Renounced everything means renouncing the attachment. If there is no attachment, then Lord Krishna can be obtained. If there is a very small amount of attachment, Krishna never favors his devotees. Okay, so if at all one has to obtain Krishna, then he has to leave attachment. There is attachment, no Krishna. Then comes verse number 22. So this is the verse number 22, 25. Krishna is giving answer of two questions. In verse number 26, Lord Krishna is giving answer of third question. Verse number 26. Mam chayo vyabhichare bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samtitayaitam brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that, oh Arjuna, devotional service is best. You do whatever sacrifice, you renounce whatever you want, but if you are doing devotional service, it is the best. It is simply the best. So here Lord Krishna is giving answer of third question. What is the method of transcending? So Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna, oh Krishna, what is the method of transcending? How to go ahead? Tell me some steps, some stages. So Lord Krishna is saying that, oh Arjuna, one who is always busy in devotional service, performing bhakti, reading Bhagavad Gita, hearing Bhagavad Gita, discussing Bhagavad Gita, talking about Krishna Leela, Krishna Katha, reading Bhagavad Gita, going to satsang, associating with devotees, doing some seva in temple, is all considered the stage comes under stages of transcending the three modes of material nature. And unfailing in all circumstances. Whatever circumstances come, he is steady. He can at once transcend the three modes of material nature. And once you transcend the three modes of material nature, you come to the Brahman level. If you at all you want to obtain Krishna, you have to come to the Brahman level. You have to be steady in all circumstances. Treat every living entity equally. Example, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada went to Western countries and taught them chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He has no fear inside. What will happen if I go to the Western countries? How people will behave with me? Whatever comes, it comes to God. It is my accord. It is my fortune. Lord Krishna wants to put me in that particular situation. Okay, so Srila Prabhupada is the best example for, and he transcended the three modes of material. He knew that whatever I'm doing it for Krishna. If any reaction comes, if any worst reaction comes, then also he is not affected. I'm not affected. If I'm doing it for Krishna, what will happen? Krishna will take care. If good comes, Krishna will take care. If bad comes, Krishna will take care. So if you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, singing Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, what will happen? You can easily transcend the three modes of material nature. If you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you are acting in this material world, but you are untouched by three modes of material nature. It is like lotus flower in the water. Although lotus flower is found in the water, but water never touches lotus flower. So lotus flower is untouched by water. Similarly, although you are acting in this material world, by doing devotional service, you can easily transcend the three modes of materialization. Okay, you'll be steady in all circumstances. Okay, so how to transcend the modes? This is the question. By devotional service. Lord Krishna is telling by devotional service, one can transcend and achieve Brahman liberation. If you are performing devotional service, nothing will touch you. Happiness or unhappiness or distress, whatever. So you have to transfer your consciousness to Krishna's activities called Bhakti Yoga. Okay, so if you are doing devotional service, nothing will touch you. All forms are equipotent. All the forms of Krishna are omnipotent, omniscient, transcendental, and Satchit Anand. Service to any of these forms is transcendental. So, in any form, you can give service to Krishna. Okay. What is the importance of service? If you give your 100%, if you do Vigraha Seva, if you do Prasadam Seva, whatever Seva you do, if you do Sankirtan Yajna, okay, whatever Seva you do, you can easily transcend the three modes of material nature. And what are the qualifications to serve? So, to be in Krishna consciousness, to be in Krishna consciousness implies acquiring qualities equally with Krishna. Sat, Chit, Anand. So, these three qualities are in Krishna. So, if you do service to Krishna, you will also be in Sat, Chit, Anand. For example, gold mine and a particle of gold. So, particle of a gold is also a gold. Same quality it has. Okay, so if you break more, again the particle will be gold and the quality of gold will be equal. Okay, so whether it is a big ocean or a drop of water from the ocean, the quality is same. Both are salty. Okay, so if you want to become personal assistant of a king, you have to acquire the qualification for that. What are the things that king wants to get the work done from a personal assistant? So you should have that particular qualities. Okay. So qualification to serve Krishna is to become Brahman. How you can become Brahman? By doing devotional service. If you do devotional service, you are pulled up to Brahman stage. Krishna is there. Okay, so you can easily transcend the three modes of material nature. So, if you have come to Brahman level, it means what? You have transcended the three modes of material nature. You have come out from all material contamination. Although you are performing activities in material world, but already you have transcended the three modes of material nature. Why? Because you are performing devotional service. You are in Krishna consciousness. So, Krishna has qualities of Sat, Chit, Anand. If you serve Krishna, you will be also in Sat, Chit, Anand. Reference Vedic literature, one can attain the supreme Brahman by becoming a Brahman. Okay, so if you are doing bhakti in this material world, everything will look like same. It is not like that you are not in this material world. You are there in material world, but nothing will touch you. Why? Because by following devotional service, you have come to Brahman level. If you have come to Brahman level, no material contamination will touch you. You have already transcended the three modes of material nature by performing devotional service. Then number 5, individuality in service. So if you are performing Bhakti Yoga, your individuality is protected. Bhakti means what? The Lord, the devotee. The process of Bhakti, all three must be there. If you are performing Bhakti Yoga means what? You are there, Lord is there, and Bhakti is there. These three things are there if you are in devotional service, if you are in Krishna consciousness, if you are able to transcend the three modes of material nature. Okay, so those who are in Brahman stage, those who are in performing devotional service, they are either doing Sankirtan yet, performing some seva, some devotional service, preparing Mahaprasad, donating for Mahaprasad, or they are performing any rasa, Vatsalya ras, Madhurya ras, Sakhya ras, Dasya ras, any this, or they are performing anything in 9 devotional service. Okay, so they are in the Brahman stage. Okay, by performing all these solutions, one can transcend the three modes of material nature. Verse number 27. And I am the basis of impersonal Brahman. So Lord Krishna is saying that I am the basis of impersonal Brahman. Impersonal Brahman means they believe that there is no form of the God. So God is just an illumination, the rays coming out of from the sun. But God has no form. So impersonal Brahman believer believe that God has no form. Verse number 27. Brahmano hi patisthaham amritastas avyayasya cha sasvatasya cha dharmasya sukhaisya kantikasya cha sukhasya kantikasya cha. And I am the basis of impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, and its constitutional position of ultimate happiness. So what is impersonal Brahman? But Lord Krishna is saying that I am the basis for impersonal Brahman. Verse number 27. So what are the characteristics of Brahman? Immortal, imperishable, constitutional position of ultimate happiness, eternal. So Lord Krishna is saying, if you say something is immortal, I am the basis of that. Something is imperishable, I am the basis of that. Constitutional position of ultimate happiness, I am the basis of that. Something is eternal, I am the basis of that. So Lord Krishna is answering the questions of Arjuna. So now Krishna is saying Brahman is the first stage. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. So Brahman is there are three types of the realization of Supreme Personality of God is in 3 stages. So out of that stage, 3 stages, first stage Brahman. So Brahman is the first stage of realizing the absolute truth. Okay, so both Brahman and Paramatma are within the realization of the Supreme Lord. What are the different stages? Living entity gets conditioned. So Lord Krishna impregnates the spiritual living entity into the material nature. It is discussed in 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 4th verse to 5th verse. How living entity elevates? When a living entity, thus conditioned, begins cultivating spiritual knowledge, he gradually rises up to the Brahman conception of Supreme. Okay, so if one is performing devotional service, can easily transcend the three modes of material nature, and he can attain Brahman stage. Brahman conception as transcendental. So at this stage, he is transcendental to the material position. Okay, although you can find that he is acting in this material world, but he is already in the Brahman stage. He had transcended the material contamination, material world, and perfect realization. Then comes perfect realization. So Brahman realization is not perfect in realization of absolute truth. One may stay at this position or gradually elevate to the Supreme Bhagwan realization. Example, 4 Kumaras. 4 Kumaras were in Bhagwan stage. Okay, so Brahman, Paramatma, and then Bhagwan. So these are the three stages, and the highest stage is Bhagwan. Okay, so living entity gets conditioned, how living entity elevates, then Brahman conception as transcendental, and perfect realization. So these are the three stages of realization: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. Must elevate or will fall down. If one does not elevate beyond impersonal conception of Brahman, there is a risk of fall down. Because the intelligence is not perfectly clear. The one who is in Brahman stage, his intelligence is not perfect. So he has to somehow transcend the three modes of material nature, and there are chances, if you are a Brahman stage, there are chances you can fall down. Okay, so one must elevate from Brahman stage. So in purport, Srila Prabhupada says devotional service is the safest position. So if you are going for Nagar Sankirtan, performing Harinam Sankirtan, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, associating with devotees, respecting Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, following Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, hearing Krishna Katha, Krishna Leela, discussing Krishna Katha, Krishna Leela, and utilizing your all limbs of the body in devotional service, in the service of absolute truth. Devotional service is the safest position. Devotional service includes all the characteristics of Brahman realization. Reference mentions Supreme Personality of Godhead is the reservoir of all pleasure. Supreme Personality of Godhead possesses all six opulences. And when one understands this, that Lord Krishna is known as Sadashwara Swami, Sadashwara Swami, one is already in the transcendental position. So Krishna possesses all six opulences. And when one approaches Lord Krishna shares these all six opulences. When in the kingdom of a king, any particular servant joins, the king shares his property, wealth, knowledge, everything with that particular, because now the servant has become part of the king. Similarly, here king is Lord Krishna, and we all living entities are part and parcel of Krishna. So, thus realization of Brahman, like eternity, imperishability, and ultimate happiness, are included in bhakti. So, summary of chapter number 14 is living entity, although Brahman in nature has the desire to lord it over material nature. Desire to enjoy makes him fall down. Association with modes make him desire to dominate the material world in different bodies. Okay, so when we are thrown into this material ocean, what will happen? Attachment is created with everything. This is my house, this is my property, this is my car, this is my bungalow, everything. Attachment is there. My wife, my son, my daughter, my father, my mother. So many attachments are there. So because of that attachment, fall down can happen. But if you are performing devotional service, Krishna consciousness immediately puts one in transcendental position. Then whatever wrong things you have in your mind, it is already removed. If you follow the devotional service, practicing 9 processes of devotional service in the association of devotees and under the influence of the spiritual master, removes one's material desire to dominate, and one becomes firmly fixed in devotional service. So, if you start doing devotional service, your material contamination is removed. Attachment to material contamination is removed. The one thus situated in Brahman conception becomes equal in quality to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so we have 3 types of material modes of nature. That is ignorance, passion, goodness. Okay, so in ignorance, the one who's in ignorance, foolishness, madness, illusion, inertia, indolence, sleep. The one who's passionate, always greed to have more. And those who are in goodness mode, they are always happy and freedom from sinful reaction. And pure goodness comes by devotional service. What is the destination of ignorance? Hellish world. And those who are in passionate, they will enjoy on earthly planets. Those who are in goodness, they will go to the heavenly planets. And those who are in pure goodness, they will go to the abode of Supreme Lord. Why? Because they are performing devotional service. Those who are in ignorance, what is the object of worship? Ghost and spirit. For those who are in passion, they worship demons, powerful men, and self-proclaimed imitation gods. And those who are goodness, they will worship demigods and the impersonal conception of God. But those who are in pure goodness, they will worship Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And what kind of eating? Those who are in ignorance, tasteless, stale, putrid, decomposed food they will eat. And those who are in passionate, too bitter, too sour, salty, pungent, these kind of food eaten by those who are in passion mode. Those who are in goodness mode, increase longevity, purifies one's existence, gives strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. And those who are in pure goodness, they offer bhoga to Krishna and then take Mahaprasad. So frees one from past sinful reactions and protects one from future contamination. And those who are and sacrifice, performs faithfully in defiance of scriptural injunctions, and with no spiritual food distributed. No? They eat their own self. They don't distribute prasad. They don't offer it to Krishna. And those who are impassionate, they perform proudly for the sake of some material gain. And those who are in goodness, they perform as a duty according to scriptural regulations. And those who are in pure goodness, they offer it to Krishna and then they eat. They want to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Austerity, those who are ignorance, perform foolishly by means of obstinate self-torture or to destroy or injure others. Those who are in ignorance mode, if they perform austerity, they perform it to give others in trouble. Those who are passionate mode perform to gain some respect, honor, and reverence, and in some competition. Those who are in goodness, they perform it with faith and without desire for one's material benefit. And those who are in pure goodness, they perform austerity to please the Lord. Their most important objective is to please the Lord. Charity, those who are in ignorance mode, performed at an improper time and place. They don't see, because charity should be given to proper person, proper time, and proper place, and worthy person. But those who are in ignorant, they give it to unworthy person. And those who are in passionate mode, they give charity to get something in return. And those who are in goodness mode, they do charity as a duty at the proper time and place. And those who are in pure goodness mode, they give charity to satisfy Lord Krishna. Renunciation, so those who are in ignorance, consists of giving up one's prescribed duties because of illusion. And those who are in passionate mode consist of giving up one's prescribed duties because of fear or because they appear troublesome. Okay? So they have some fear inside, that's why they renounce something. And those who are in goodness mode consist of performing one's prescribed duty because they ought to be done and abandoning attachment to the fruits of one's work. And those who are in pure goodness, they renounce to please the Lord. They renounce so that they can serve Krishna. So that consciousness is completely Krishna consciousness. Knowledge, they don't have. Those who are in ignorance, they don't have knowledge. Their knowledge is not about Krishna. They are ignoring everything simply. And those who are in passion gives rise to speculative doctrines and theories. Okay, they will study some philosophy, some books, and okay, they will start writing some commentary against the scriptures. And those who are in goodness give rise to a vision of undivided spiritual force. And those who are in pure goodness mode, their knowledge, they have knowledge about Krishna. They treat every living entity equally. What kind of action? Those who are in ignorance performs irresponsible action, violent, to hurt someone. But those who are in passion, they do some action to under false egoism and with great effort to satisfy one's desire, one's own desire. An action performed under goodness mode, performed under scriptural regulations as a matter of duty. And if those who are in pure goodness mode, solely for the satisfaction of Krishna and under the guidance of spiritual master. Worker, those who are in ignorance mode, disregards scriptural injunctions. Those who are in passion, attached to the fruits of his work. Those who are in goodness, free from material attachments. pride, and false ego. And those who are in pure goodness mode, unconditionally they work for Krishna and to please the spiritual master and supreme lord. What are the understanding of those who are in ignorance? They consider a religion to be religion and religion to be a religion. And those who are in passion, they are misguided, perverse and imperfect, cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion. And those who are in goodness, they are intelligent. They discriminate. They know what is religion and what is irreligion. Under they understand it under the scriptural direction. And those who are in pure goodness mode, they always perfectly considers Krishna through personal realization, confirmed by the scriptures and the spiritual master. Determination, those who are in ignorance cannot go beyond daydreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, and illusion. And those who are in passion, fixed upon securing the fruits of religion, economic development, and sense categories. So their determination is to get some benefit out of the religion. And those who are in goodness mode, they practically unbreakable, sustained with steadfastness by yoga, which controls the activities of the mind, life, and sense. And those who are fully engaged in Krishna consciousness and never deviated by anything else. Happiness, those who are in ignorance mode, blind to self-realization. It is for my benefit. Okay, so they are very, very selfish. And those who are in passionate mode, derived from contact of the senses with their objects. Seems like nectar at first, but poison at the end. Okay, they do it for their own happiness. They don't care about others' unhappiness and distress. Okay, so and those who are in goodness mode, compared to poison in the beginning, but nectar at the end. Okay, so initially they take trouble, do hard work, and later on they get the benefit. And happiness for pure goodness derived from service rendered by a purified soul to the Supreme Personality of God. So they rendered service under the lotus feet of spiritual master and Supreme Lord. Okay, so in this way, we have seen the comparative study of goodness, passion, and ignorance with various parameters. Okay, so here we'll stop. You have any question, you can ask. ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण।